you can tell that I have political leanings.
Mhm.
They're, complicated, and this war complicated these.
So let's take 5 minutes, and I won't interrupt you because I got my own views. Because I don't know that my audience has heard a whole lot of people from the Israeli left. So what is the solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict as you see it?
I don't think I mean, definitely do not represent the Israeli left, and I don't know if anyone
Oh,
does.
okay.
But I think for years, people have been hoping to what's it called, that we could have two states side by side,
Mhm.
and more or less we agree on where the borders should be and how they should be. Um, Now, this is not agreed by everyone because a lot of people in the Israeli right, and especially religious people, are very much attached to the worthless foothills in the West Bank that have no economic value. You can't farm on them. They have no resources. They are absolutely like the worst land. See, historic Judah is
Yeah.
actually in the West Bank, where ancient Judea, where the Jews come from,
Mhm.
is in the West Bank. But when we came and settled this land and bought the land, we bought the best land. We settled the best land, and that is the coastal plains. That is the Jezreel Valley. That is the north and the Galilee. Those are the valuable lands that are worth holding. We didn't
Uh-huh.
go and settle the foothills, which are all you can grow on is olives and grapes.
Mhm.
We took the fields, which have actual economic value. But for religious people who think that this is all some kind of, mission from God, and we're doing some, it's all part of His plan and everything. It's really important that those hills are held by us because uh, people who are obviously imaginary and appear mentioned in the Bible are buried in this and this rock.
Wait.
Uh,
People who are obviously imaginary. Are you talking about like Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? Who are you talking about?
yeah, I'm talking about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Okay.
Like, those stories are, not historical. This is not. Um, but we have to hold Hebron because the
Mhm.
Bible tells us that Abraham was buried in that giant Palestinian city.
Mhm.
Is this crazy to me? And there's no reason for Israel to spend lives. This is before the morality issue of
Mhm.
occupying and controlling the citizens of that city, which are all
We're
Arab.
talking about Hebron. Okay.
Hebron, yeah.
Okay. Hebron's a special case, but go ahead and talk about it. Yeah.
I
I
mean, we
would say
can
it's a
talk
special
about.
case because there's no Palestinians who live in Ariel or in Ma'ale Adumim, right?
Okay, well,
So
that's
Hebron's a
the
special case, but
yeah.
go ahead.
So there's no people living in, but by building these settlements like Ariel or settlements everywhere in the West Bank,
Mhm.
that inherently makes it difficult to separate our Palestine into two countries. And it makes life more difficult for the Palestinians living there because it blocks their way. It dispossesses them from their lands, and
Mhm.
they have very little land because that land over there is generally worthless. So you can't really grow a lot there, anyways. So it makes their life more difficult, makes the possibility of ending the conflict more difficult, and it's very costly in human life, but also in resources. Like it's it's not beneficial for us to start little tiny towns on different faraway hills in the West
Mhm.
Bank because it's much more efficient to put everyone in. There's all these little towns that have a few hundred people. That's just one building, one block in the center of the country. You don't have to pave roads, electrify miles and
Mhm.
miles. It's have soldiers guard everything, build fences. It's very, very costly and it's pointless. There's no benefit to us except for Messianic crazy people.
You have been listening to Hebrew Voices. To hear the rest of this conversation, head over to nehemiaswall.com and become a support team member today.